the farm. Ranger wants to say hi. Ranger's got a confession to make, don't you, buddy? Well, he's a little bit shy. Ranger, this guy, ate one of our meat chickens this morning. So I come out on the deck here, right here, and there was blood and feathers, and he had this look on his face that said, wasn't me. But then under his chin was more blood and feathers. So first instinct was, I just want to beat this dog with a shovel. But nevertheless, how did he get a chicken? We have chicken tractors. Everything's confined. How is this possible? So our chicken tractors are really designed to keep things like the dogs, the coyotes, the hawks, the owls, weasels, anything else out. Well, let's go take a look at the chicken tractor and see how Ranger got himself some unpaid for breakfast. So speaking of breakfast, I had to stop at the feed store today and get 6 more bags of poultry grower. So they'll go through 75 meat chickens right now at their, what are they, April 28th, sorry, to May 31st. So they're just a couple of days over a 4 weeks old. They're going through a full bag of that in 2 days. So they are hungry. Anyways, as I'm walking over here to the chicken tractor, I can see 1, 2, 3 of them that are currently out, and there could be more. So I come by here earlier and I did see a gap. You can see there's a little bit underneath by the front door, and there's a little bit on the side here where I actually jammed the tire in there, but I think right beside they're still getting out. And then maybe, just maybe a little bit right there underneath. So we're gonna chase these birdies back in their house and see about trying to move them somewhere. It's tough, you know. You're trying to move them around the yard like this and then expect this to be on perfectly level ground. It just doesn't work like that here, right? So we'll get it moved, and hopefully we don't lose any more of the puppy. So if I want to understand the chicken, I gotta be like a chicken, I gotta think like a chicken. In order to do that, I gotta live where the chicken lives. So I'm in the chicken tractor right now, and I'm looking at the front door and I'm seeing that's a pretty big gap. And you can see in behind that birdie there, that's a pretty big gap there too. And again, this back wall definitely provides some room to escape. Well, the good news is everybody's accounted for, and the new spot is much more level. There's still a little bit of a dip there in that spot, but I'm gonna go find a chunk of 2x4 and just prop it up there. Prevent anybody from going on any adventures. Becoming part of the dog's menu. A la carte chicken. So if you weren't already aware, it's actually 10 o'clock at night and I'm out here, it's quite late. We're blessed to be up in northern Alberta where it's just light all the time here in the summertime. But then it also gets dark at 3 o'clock in the afternoon during the winter. So we pay for it. But what did I do today all day long? Well, I had to work all day long. On my way home from work, I did stop and pick up a new Fence Energiser, as well as a second new Fence Energiser. Yes, that's right. This one was on sale. It's solar and gives us a lot of mobility options. So I really wanted this. This one here is a smaller one. It's just for stuff like this around the yard. And so I rigged up, we already have one of these. This exact same one is sitting there mounted to that shed. And I'm not sure what happened to it. I rigged it up yesterday. It seems like it's got its wires crossed quite literally, because it's on there, and I mean, I can just feel it pulse ever so gently. And I thought last night when I rigged it up, I'm like, oh, you know, maybe I just got really good boots that aren't very conductive and I'm not grounding out very well. I don't think that's the case. When I touch the ground pin on the charger, I'm getting a zap, and it seems like I shouldn't. I should get that off the positive side, surely. So I think there's something discombobulated in there. So anyways, I picked this one up. I'm gonna send that one back for warranty work. And you know what, I'm not too super worried about it because June and Kylie here are like the tamest sheep we have. Very timid, very mild-mannered. They don't bother the fence. But that's not to say they might not change their mind one day. That's not to say the chickens might not want to go through there and mess around in the garden that we just built. That's not to say one of the dogs might not want to go through here and get up to some shenanigans. So the net is up, the net is gonna get energized, party's over. So this is the PE2. This is the charger we just picked up today. This is actually one of the smallest chargers that Patriot makes. And it says right on the packaging that it's good for dogs, rabbits, squirrels, and chickens. But it's not good for cows, horses, or pigs. So funnily enough, last year when we put the pigs in the pig pen, this is the charger we had in the lambing shelter that we ran a wire through to the pig pen and trained the pigs to a hot wire. Now, I'm renowned for being the person that doesn't try anything with the animals unless I try it myself. And so I was the first victim of this charger, this Energizer, and I reached out and I grabbed that wire and it hit me so hard I thought I was gonna pee my pants, and I was pretty sure I broke my forearm. So it does have some jam over some short distances if it's got a really good ground. Now that's what makes me think something's wrong, really wrong with that other Energizer. But it also could be the fact there's maybe not a very good ground. So we're closer on the north end of our yard. We're into some denser clay, not as much organic material, so it's highly likely that it's just, you know, less conductive. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this new Energizer in there. We'll give it the old thumb test. Hopefully I don't soil myself tonight, but we'll see. We'll see if there's a big difference. If there's not, well then maybe the Energizer's fine and I just need to start chasing some ground issues. But I don't really think it's the ground because I've tried it in a few different spots in the yard with the same results, and I'm confident there's something inside that Energizer that's just not working right. Well, you know what? I've been wrong before, and I might even be wrong again today. New Energizer's hooked up. There's a little bit more, but I'm certainly not about to wet my pants. So first things first, let's grab a big hammer, pound this T-post in a little bit further, get some more ground. Well, I got the feed all mixed up for tomorrow. The only thing I really got left to do is to go get the eggs and feed the puppies. So let's go see how many eggs we got. Yesterday we had the anomaly. We were seeing a slow decline in egg production by adding molasses to their feed. Went from 46 to 45 to 45 to 44. Then yesterday we had 52 just to screw things up. So let's go get a count and see what we got today. Well, in fact, today there was 50 eggs. So still an increase from our baseline. And you know what? It's not the double the egg production that was originally pitched, but it's still a 10% increase so far. We'll see how it plays out over the next couple weeks here. And I mean, 10% is nothing to shake your head at. I mean, that can be the difference for lots of folks between making money and not making money. So I think another day when it's not 10:30 at night, I'll probably actually do the math and just say, okay, at $20 a pail for the molasses, how many days is the molasses actually gonna last? And then what is the offset by the increase from, 45 to 50 eggs? And just see if it's actually worthwhile doing. Actually, no, when you think about it, that's pretty easy math. So molasses at $20 a pail, it's a 20-liter pail, so it's $1 a liter. A liter, we're giving a half cup a day, so a liter technically lasts 8 days, so that should be $1 divided by 8 is 12.5 cents a day. So yeah, figure out what your margin is and figure out if, for 5 eggs, if you can increase your cost for 12.5 cents. And if you can, great, maybe there's a positive there. If you can't, well, I mean, you're still getting 5 more eggs, right? So there's definitely a silver lining. But we'll keep on with this for a few more days. And I mean, well, I don't know, 8 times 20, what is that, 100 and 160? So that molasses pail is gonna last quite some time. And we'll just keep at it for a while and see, if it's sustained, increase, or if this is, 50's the peak, or what. Maybe we will get doubled. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. Anyways, I'm staring down a really big day at work tomorrow, and that comes with a very early morning. So I better let you go for now and go fix myself a cup of tea. So I hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you tomorrow.